Okay, we're recording. So we're on the lesson 2 notes, or unit 1, lesson number 2 notes. And we're on the bottom page 1, and we're talking about example 1 of how to use the TI-84 calculator to compute mean and median for these data sets here. So in order to do that, we hit the stat button, which is right below delete. Then you're going to select edit. And you should see a bunch of lists here, or L1, L2, L3. What I'm going to do is use L1 for North Carolina and use L2 for NYC, New York City. If you have anything already, like I have like something in L1 you could see, all you do is hit the up key, make sure the list is highlighted, and hit clear. And then if you hit clear, then the down key. So basically, if you want to clear it out, highlight L1, hit clear, and then hit the down key. By doing that, it will wipe away anything that's in there. So under L1, we're just going to start typing in these numbers here. So like 30, 20, 10. Notice I'm doing that right now. 30, 20, 10. And we'll keep going. 40, 25, 20, 10, 60, 15, 40, 5, 30, 12, 10, 10. Of course, we could make an error. It's very possible. That's okay. Then you can do the same thing for L2. Type in the numbers for NYC for L2. So 10, 35, 5, 25, 40, 20, 10, 15, 30, 20, 15, 20, 85, 15, 65, 15, 60, 60, 40, and 45. Okay. I think I have done that correctly. Okay, so again, stat, then select edit. And under L1, we'll put all the data here. So L1 is for this, L2 is for that. If you have anything under L1 and L2, just highlight the list. Just hit the up key to make sure it's highlighted. Hit the clear button, hit the down key to wipe away anything that was right there. If you ever want to call up one of the lists, if you hit the second button and hit the number 1, that calls up L1 for you. If you ever want to change one of the list names, you could. So after you do that, hit stat again, and then move on to calc. So you have to hit the right key to move on to calc. And select one var stats. And what you'll see on the screen is this. It'll ask you what list you're using, and it'll ask a couple other things. Don't worry about the second line. I care about the list. I'm obviously using L1, so L1 should be selected. You could always hit second, number 2 to call L2, or you could hit second 1 to go back to L1. So if you hit second, and you could kind of see like right below the number 1. You see L1 is kind of like right there, right above the number 2, L2, L3. But selecting L1 or having L1 right there, and then go ahead and highlight the calculate feature, and hit calculate. It's going to give you a bunch of stuff like this. So it's going to give you X bar, and this one kind of looks like an E with an X and a bunch of other stuff. X bar, just so you know, is going to be our mean. And our mean for this one was 22.47. I'll call it X bar 1 because that's for list 1. We'll say actually, yeah, 22.47. If you keep scrolling down, it's going to give you the median. There's no special symbol for that. We just say the median, and that was 20. So it does it in order for you and gives you the median. And by the way, I'm recording this, so if you need to watch this again, because I'm going to assign this kind of stuff for homework, so you practice this. And it gives you a bunch of other stuff too, which we'll discuss on Thursday. If I hit stat again, go to calc, 1var stats, switch to L2, now it's going to give me all the data for New York City. So now we see that, okay, New York City has a much higher commute time, which kind of makes sense compared to North Carolina. So X bar 2 was 31.5 minutes. And the median was 22.5. Now, are there any outliers, anything that's out of the ordinary? Well, the mean and median are pretty close together for North Carolina, so traffic might be a little more predictable. New York City, more unpredictable, just true for most major US cities. And you can see that, you know, sometimes maybe it only took you 5 minutes to get to work, or it took someone 5 minutes. And we're assuming, by the way, this is kind of the same person going to the same workplace. Maybe they went on a day when it was a day off, like maybe what person went to the office on Labor Day and no one's around. Maybe 85 minutes, maybe because there was a lot of like snow. That's an outlier. That's something unusual. Well, that does snow often in New York, but maybe the person, you know, maybe there was a lot. Maybe there was a major convention going on, and someone ran to, or maybe it was a protest. I mean, that might have diverted traffic. So like 85, I think, would be an outlier, and 5 would be an outlier as well. And sometimes we want to remove them, and there's standards you would use to remove them. We'll talk about those standards on Thursday as well. So we're almost done. So just to give you a sneak peek of what we'll do on Thursday, we'll talk about Microsoft Excel as well, because I think that's important to know how to make the graphs that we did for the last homework, and even use it for this stuff too. We'll do a little bit more comparison between mean and median. We'll talk about interquartile range itself, interquartiles period. We'll talk about doing box plots, identifying outliers, spread and variability. Standard deviation is a big one. So those are all things we're going to have that discussion on Thursday. But homework I'm going to keep pretty light again. Oh, yeah, I see your dog. What kind of dog do you have, Aiden? Oh, he's not paying attention. He's playing with his dog. Okay, what kind of dog you got? Oh, that's okay. He sounds dog to shush, looks like. Okay, all right. Anyway, yeah, so we'll do all that stuff on Thursday for sure. But homework again will be pretty light. I'm gonna generate it this afternoon. I'll have it ready by 4 o'clock, and I'll post it. And it'll just be some stuff on calculating mean and median, and maybe some things you kind of have to think about in terms of mean and median. So again, I'll keep it pretty light, and I'll sign for an electronic textbook, but also we'll generate a copy as well, just so you have a copy of the homework. Okay, I think we're all set. Great discussion today. I'm glad we got to explain more stuff here. Hopefully you're seeing a little more relevance with statistics, and I'll see you guys on Thursday afternoon.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.